Hello, everyone. This is Matthew Jacobs with Ohio Weather Specialist, just coming to you today to update everyone on the current weather situation for Ohio. Right now, there are high winds and sustained winds of up to 10 to 15, 20 miles, between 10 and 20 miles an hour, with wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour at times today. Looking ahead over the next 24 to 36 hours, we can expect our weather to stay warm and windy for tomorrow, but you can also add in the possibility for thunderstorms tomorrow. Now, there is a 100% chance of rain for my part of Ohio, and it's safe to say that the majority of Ohio tomorrow can expect rain. And there are portions of Ohio that are currently under the general thunderstorm risk for tomorrow. What is a general thunderstorm risk, you may ask? A general thunderstorm risk is, quite simply, there will be thunderstorm activity in Ohio tomorrow, but the chance for severe weather is very slim to none. Let me pull this up on. This is what's known as the SPC Outlook. Currently, they have now extended the SPC Outlook to include the very northwest portion of Indiana. So that's still clear on the other side of Indiana from us, and it is still not expected that we see severe weather tomorrow. The biggest risk for tomorrow would be possibly flash flooding, with winds up to 40 miles an hour. Tree branches can fall. The light things, the things that aren't heavy or anchored down to the ground at your house, can fly away, or blow away, I should say. And you can expect things to, or possible power outages tomorrow. While the risk for power outages aren't great for tomorrow, they can't be ruled out as well. Once again, as you can see on the screen, this darker green is where they're expecting severe weather tomorrow. This lighter green is what is known as a general thunderstorm outlook, where you can see thunderstorms without expecting severe weather. I'm going to pull up Pivotal Weather here really quick, and we're going to discuss a few things. Give me 1 second here. As you can see right now, this is where we have our current wind advisory. It is this area right and through here. It is not in Ohio yet, but as the day progresses, this is all going to track, and I will show you with a loop of this. So this is current time, or the latest update. Oh, let me get back here. And as you can see, this is going to continue to track into Ohio over the next, 12 to 36 hours. And then after we get out of that 12 to 36 hour range, you see that those winds will make their way out of Ohio. And unfortunately, looking forward, the colder temperatures will creep back into the state, and it won't be freezing cold, so to speak, but will be colder than what we've had here with the beautiful weather this week. But once again, for tomorrow, we can expect wind gust of up to 40, 45 miles an hour, and just general thunderstorms. As you can see on our radar, Everything is all quiet in our area currently. There is no precipitation to speak of. If we come down here to Wilmington, this will cover, this part of the state. Sometimes we run the northern Indiana and it picks up radar clutter, and the further away it gets from weather, it can show this clutter. I can assure you it is not raining in Van Wert right now. That's where I live, so a lot of this is false radar pickup, and that's because of how far the radar is from the area where it's showing that type of stuff. But as you can see, the whole state is currently clear, and going back this way, you can see that it's clear other than winds. As you can see in McLean County, Illinois, there's reports of up to 48-mile-an-hour wind gust. I was just out north of town, and we got a 35-mile-an-hour wind gust here in Van Wert County. So that's just to give you an idea of what the radar currently looks like. And I'll go. The closest any weather is to us is, I'll let this load here. Give me 1 second. Up here in this area, let me pull up this radar. I apologize. Let me get this radar instead. Well, maybe. And while that's loading, I will go ahead and run down. Now, mind you, this is for Van Wert. So if you're in West Central Ohio or you are in Northwest Ohio, your forecast is going to be very similar for the next 10 days. So on Thursday, our high expected is 65 with a low of 35 and a 99% chance of rain for tomorrow. On Friday, 57 for the high, 29 for the low with no precipitation. Saturday, 51 with 32 as the low, no precipitation. And then we're now into Sunday, the 14th. We are looking at 48 for the high and 30 for the low, no precipitation. And our next chance for any kind of precipitation comes on Monday, the 15th. They're calling for a light wintry mix. Right now, it's a 40% chance, so a little less than half a chance for snow and wintry mix, followed up by a chance of showers on Tuesday with a high of 51 and the low of 34. Wednesday, the 17th, high of 51, low of 36. On the 18th, you can expect a high of 48 and a low of 34. Friday, the 19th, a high of 47, a low of 29. Saturday, the 20th, a high of 49, a low of 30. Sunday, the 21st, a high of 51, a low of 34. Monday, the 22nd, a chance for showers as of right now, with a high of 53, a low of 37. On Tuesday, the 23rd, 54 for the high and 38 for the low. And on the 24th, we can expect 53 for the high and 38 for the low. So going over the next, 14 days, it looks like we will stay in the 40s and 50s, but once again, there's a chance for snow to creep back in and rain off and on over the next 14 days. Now, with as unpredictable as weather can be, there's no guarantee that that will stick. So, and if anything does change, of course we will update you Once again, the big event for today will be wind in the state of Ohio, and tomorrow it'll be a wind event. And just want to reiterate, as of right now, the Storm Prediction Center is only predicting that Ohio will be under a general thunderstorm risk, where the marginal risk for severe weather is back into Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, the southwestern part of Kansas, and into Missouri. And it might clip in there to the very southwestern part of Indiana. But that is subject to change. As always with weather, nothing is permanent. Because as of yesterday, this was actually, or as of noon today, this was actually further back to the west than what it's currently being forecasted as. They've expanded it out to include parts of Illinois and Indiana. So, not ruling out the possibility of them extending this marginal risk for severe weather into Ohio. And once again, just to quickly go over, what does a marginal risk mean? It is the lowest chance for severe weather. So even if this is to be pushed into Ohio, the likelihood for tornadoes and tornado activity will be very low. I can't rule it out because, in Ohio, we've seen on marginal risk days, we've had multiple tornadoes. So, I just want to make sure everybody is aware of that. So, as you can see, just click or putting my cursor over the tornado risk for tomorrow, it is less than 2% in all areas that are in the marginal risk for tomorrow. Damaging wind is going to be the main threat with that marginal risk for tomorrow. And what do they define as damaging wind? It is 50 knots or greater with or higher within a 25-mile-an-hour of a point hatched area, 10% greater probability of wind gusts 65 knots or greater within a 25 miles of a point. So, or 65 knots. So that is what they define damaging wind as. And in Ohio, we're not expected to see that tomorrow, and even the hail threat is low for tomorrow as well. So even if you are tuning in from another state and you happen to be in this marginal risk, it doesn't look like the threat for any kind of major hail, wind, or tornado risk are all very low for tomorrow. So, not saying you shouldn't stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, your local radio, or TV media to just stay aware of what's going on tomorrow, because as we know, weather can rapidly change, and can't ever rule out the possibility of something happening. But the risk is very low for tomorrow. As you can see, once again, just going back here over the next 20 or 12 to 24 hours, you can see all of that wind, the wind gust making its way toward Ohio. And that's what we'll be dealing with as the major threat for us for tomorrow. Maybe some localized flooding or flash flooding may be a possibility in your area as well. This has been Matthew Jacobs of Ohio Weather Specialist, coming to you with a live update of the current weather situation in Ohio. And if needed, we will definitely come back to you guys if anything needs to be updated or reforecast with the upcoming weather event over the next 24 to 36 hours. Thank you so much for watching this video, and you have a great day.